Mike
What's
Owens
up,
with
Rich?
Inside Fighting here, joined today by the man of the moment, Caio Borralho, who's coming off one of the biggest wins of his career over Jared Cannonier. Caio, always a pleasure, my man. How are things with you today?
What's up, Mike? Always a pleasure for me too, brother. Since day one, we're doing this, so very good, very happy, very satisfied with my performance. I think I could get the KO, but I think everything went perfect, so just very happy, very thankful for everything, for that I was able to show all the work that I'm putting inside the gym, So I think now people just saw how good my striking is, and they know they have a lot of problems when they face me now.
I love it. First question I've got for you, I'm sure you're getting a lot of this, but can you lift up the glasses and show us where the eyes are?
Definitely, definitely, brother. Yeah.
Wow.
See, but it's getting better already,
Yeah,
all the purple mark is already going, so 12 stitches, ready to go again.
crazy, crazy. Um, what was that? What strike was that off? Was that off a specific strike or just over the course of the fight?
This one,
Yes, that one,
it was a left hand.
the left
He
hand.
threw a big left hand. Actually, I saw the hand and I was like, tried to do with my shoulder roll, but it was too fast, too powerful, and I think it just called a little bit, but it's slippery a little bit too. That's why they cut. So
Have you had chance to watch the fight back? And if so, how are you happy with your performance? Where are areas that you think you could improve upon?
yeah, I watched already like 2 or 3 times because I wanted to see how was my defense. People were saying a lot about my defense, my shoulder roll, and all this stuff. And it was good how I managed to hide my left hand
Mm.
for the first 2 rounds, and then the third round, my first left hand, I wobbled him. So very happy with my performance. I think sometimes in the fight I could have kicked more with my left foot, with my left kick in the calf, because he felt a lot my calf kicks with my orthodox stance, and then he changed to southpaw, and I think I could get a little bit more kicks on his front leg when he was a southpaw, and me too. So this is something that I would improve for sure for the next fight. I was too focused. So, in a part of the fight, I was too focused on the boxing,
Mm.
that I forgot how good my calf kicks are with my left foot. But on the other side, the left foot is the foot that I had my bad ankle, that I'm dealing, and I'm working on strengthening and doing my rehab and all this stuff to get the stability back. So when I got this fight, I was like, I think 80% of my rehab done. So I did around like 2 kicks on his calf with my left foot, and I was like, oh, I just need to stop kicking, maybe to don't mess up all the rehab that I've been doing in my
Mm.
foot. So this is a good reason, but I think I could do a little bit more. So definitely gonna in the next fight, I will be 100% with my rehab, and definitely gonna kick a little bit more with my left foot.
We'll be back to the interview in just a second, but first, the NFL season is back and Inside Fighting has a touchdown of a deal for you. We've partnered up with DraftKings, an official partner of the NFL, to bring you an offer where new DraftKings customers who bet $5 receive $250 in bonus bets instantly, as well as 1 month of NFL Plus Premium, just by signing up using our promo code Inside Fighting. It felt like you made a decision to try and beat him in his own game. It didn't seem much of a takedown attempt. It felt like you went out there trying to beat Jared Cannonier in the boxing, which is where he's strongest. Was that a conscious decision from you to try and beat Cannonier at his own game?
Yeah, like I'm a nerd, I'm a fighting nerd. I always
Mm,
study a lot of my opponent, and I seen all Jared's tape that people don't usually stay and brawl with him. People didn't. People usually go backwards when they fight him. They try to, even Adesanya, when he fought him, he was moving backwards and laterally all the fight, just because when he gets a good stance to trade punches, people get scary of his power and then move backwards all the time. But I felt when there was a time the guys was like moving forward with him. He was a little bit just uncomfortable. So that's the thing that I wanted to do a little bit more on this fight, you know. I knew that he has a good takedown defense, and even so when he gets taken down, it's hard to keep him on the ground. So I didn't want to spend some energy on that because I saw his fights and all the guys that spent energy taking him down. It never got him down, but couldn't hold him. When they got up, the guys are tired because he's so strong, you know. And this is when he grows up in the fight, you know. This is when he gets better in the fight. When he see the other guy is tired, then he gets a little bit better in the fight and goes for the knockout, and the guys get knockout, you know. So this is something that I didn't want to give him, you know. I didn't want to, you know, like get tired of trying to take him down and don't be and don't be able to hold him. So, and I know that I have a good boxing defensive skills, so I knew that I could use this and my jab to stay on his face all the time to make him uncomfortable and make him throw a lot of punches without calculating, and then after that get a good win, you know. So that's what kind of my strategy to this fight, because I felt all these situations in his previous fight, you know. And on the other side, I wanted to give a message to everyone, you know, like the fans, to the division, to the UFC, to Mickey, Dana, Hunter, all those guys, you know. I wanted to give them a message that I can do fun fights, you know. I can be there on the face in the face of like one of the most powerful guys in the division, if not the most powerful guy in the division, and I can be able to win those guys in their areas, you know. So I think right now everybody knows that I'm not just a grappler, you know.
That was 100%. That fifth round, you land a beautiful 1-2. Cannonier goes down. The stoppage looked close. Tell us from your opinion, how close do you think you were, and do you think the ref should have stood in at any moment?
Yeah, I think the ref should have stopped it for Jared's health. You know, like he got out and got back like two times in a matter of like 10 seconds, you know, because when I got the 1-2 in the fifth round, he was already out, you know. If I left, did a 1-2 and walk out, with my hand raised, I think the ref would have stopped it.
Mm,
But you know, at the time the fight, the adrenaline and all this stuff. So I tried to go there and finish the fight. When I got my first punch in ground and pound, I think he woke up
mm,
with my punch.
yeah.
And then I got two more, he got out again, and then I got one more and he woke up again.
Mm,
So he's so durable, so tough, and there was a time that I was giving him a lot of elbows, like a lot. I think I gave like 7 or 8 elbows, and I saw his face. Usually, the guys that are getting elbow in the face from up to down, the guy are like with eyes closed or at
mm,
least like looking toward the side or something like that. But I saw him and he was looking to me straight into my eyes. He was there. Even after going out and getting back like 2 times, he was there. He was looking at me. He was getting elbow in his face with a lot of power, and he was there looking at me. And then I was like, no, I'm gonna stop because I'm not making him dizzy or anything with that. I cannot spend energy. There's 1 and 45 minutes, 1:45 seconds, like 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the
yeah.
clock. So I don't want to get tired and he gets up and beat me up in the last part of the fight. So I made a decision to stay a little bit there, try to finish him with Katagatami, and then after try to finish him with a Von Flue choke. He was almost out, but so tough, man. This is something that surprised me a lot. He's so fucking tough. So yeah, it was
There is something that the fighting nerds down in Brazil are doing very, very special, especially when I look at you, when I had the chance to watch Bruno in Manchester a couple of weeks ago, Gene Silva, Carlos Prates, Marcelo Huffer, you guys are doing something special. Tell us from your opinion, Caio, as kind of one of the head, the team captains, if you will, what is it that you guys are doing that is so special?
ah, I think it's our philosophy, or distance control. Like we train and do a lot of drills of distance control all the time because I think people and fighters usually they just like trade punches. Of course, they have this strategy, game plan, and all that. But I think everybody has a game plan and everything. I think you should work in the specific areas of the fight,
Mm.
you know. And we divide the fight in like three stages, you know. So there's like distance control when you are like light on your feet and you stays bouncing in and out, you know, and make your opponent miss and all this stuff. And then after that, there's the second stage that you plant your base a little bit more on the ground and be aware of the punches and try start to pick the guys up, but you still manage the distance. And then there's the third stage where you just gonna go there and block some punches and put some good hands on the guy base on his patterns and all and what holds he got when he's attacking, you know. So we work a lot on these three stages and we work one by one and we do like thousands and thousands of drills, thousands and thousands of hours on that. So I think definitely makes our game a little bit, you know, closer to the fight, you know, like more realistic. uh we study a lot of tapes, we see patterns, we see statistics, we see all this. We have a guy together with my coach Pablo. They do video of every area that the guy has, you know. So
Well,
they do like a compilation of videos of like how the guy starts all his fights. And
well,
there's a compilation of like 5, 6 minutes of videos, just a guy in his first minute of all his fights, you know. And then if we get a guy like Cannonier, like right hand, like all right hands, all almost like a lot of right video with just like big right hands of Cannonier,
mm,
all his setting ups, you know, all his partners and all this stuff. So all takedowns, all cage work that the guys do, how he behaving himself in the cage work, and then there's like 5, 6 minutes of video only with cage work, you know. So
mm,
we're very specific in our training. We have a very close approach for when it comes about training and study, you know. And I think that help us a lot. And I think this is it, you know. We're a
mm.
bunch of nerds, you know.
I love it.
That's what we love to do, so we keep doing.
I love it. Your original call out was Dricus Du Plessis, but I've saw on Instagram that it seems to have changed towards targeting Israel Adesanya next. You think that's a more realistic fight or a fight that we could potentially see next? You like the Israel Adesanya fight?
Yeah, definitely. With all the respect that, as I always say, you know, I really like Easy. He's a fucking legend, you know. But I think my time now, time to get him, you know. So I was talking to the guys and they said like, I don't know if we're gonna give you straight Dricos, you know, because I think Dricos has a fight now, has to fight Strickland now, because then I said, you know. But I did a call out just because, you know, if some guy get hurt, they is going to fight Dricos and get hurt or something like that, for sure my name is gonna appear on it, you know, because I already called him out. There's a
Mm,
story background around it, you know. So I think it was a smart choice. But if I have, if they say, and if I have one more fight to do, why not with one of the greatest champion of this middleweight division, you know, a very dominant guy in his time. So I think it's definitely a good fight for me. Uh, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight. Let's see if he's gonna fight this year in December or maybe next year, and I'll be ready for sure.
Do you feel like your career changed on Saturday night, Kyle? I mean, you go from number 12 to number 5. That's a big jump and a lot of big fights next. If you hadn't have got past Jared, it would have been maybe a rebuild process and going through the ranks a little bit slowly. Do you feel like there was a massive change in your career after the win on Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. Like in a matter of like how people sees me, you
Mm,
know, how the fighter sees me, how the fans sees myself, you know, like they definitely see a different guy on this fight. But it wasn't a different Kyle. It was always the same Kyle as always. But this time I choose to do it, you know? Like the opponent brought me this, you know, the how good Jared was, and that's what brought how good I am, you know? Like not the other guys were very good, but it was fights that I couldn't I couldn't lose. to build my way to the top, you know. So I needed to do a little bit more like of a security game, you know, more intelligent game. Not this fight, I did the security game and the intelligent game because it was being close to him was the best way to win from him, you know. But at this time, I showed my striking, you know. I show how good I am on the feet, how unpredictable I am, how variable things I have on my arsenal, you know, my kicks, my punches, my jab, my left hand that I can hide for like 1, 2 rounds and then throw it and the guy goes down, you know. So definitely change how people sees myself, you know. I think definitely I'm on everyone's hater radar, and I don't think that there'll be much guys willing to fight me after this fight, you know.
The last question from me, Caio, and thank you so much for your time. Before the
Thank you,
Paul
bro.
Craig fight, the mantra was, I'm going to knock Paul Craig out. Before the Jared Cannonier fight, the mantra was, I'm going to show everybody who the new champion is. I know you don't have an opponent. I know you don't have a date, but what do you think the mantra for your next fight will be?
Yeah, it's a hard question because I do the mantra depending on my opponent, you know, because like, or I'm gonna try to show something, or I'm gonna try to do something with the guy, you know. So I don't have this answer for you. I'm sorry, I don't have this answer for you right now, but definitely the mantra right now is to get this belt. You know, I think I deserve it. I think is this something that I've been working for all my life. Since my first day in the gym, I said I wanted to be a UFC champion, and things are happening. You know, and I'm looking forward to get this belt around my waist. And I know that I have a lot of work to do, and I'll just keep doing, you know, just keep doing my thing, keep doing what I've been doing for the past 10 years every day, going there, showing up in the gym, training my ass off, studying a lot. And, you know, one day or another, this belt will be with me. And that's it.
I love it. Caio, it was fantastic to see you back in action and to get such a big victory on Saturday night. It feels like we talk virtually every day, Caio, which is always a good thing. I love catching up with you and I love seeing you in such a great position. So enjoy the victory and I look forward to seeing the next one soon.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much, brother. Look forward to see you soon. Yeah.